Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
Jordan Wolf won't pan out.
Joe Walters is overrated.
Joey Sankey won't make it at the next level.
Fire!
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. Cascade, passion to protect.
She only went furniture shopping 3 days ago. There's no way it got there so quickly. She said everything was available in stock, 3-day delivery. Wow. Why didn't we get that?
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture? Raymore and Flanagan.
But I think it should go
Bigger
over
selection.
there. Oh, gentlemen.
Better service.
Yeah.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
No way your furniture's here already.
Raymore and Flanagan, 3-day delivery.
Do not mention delivery.
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture?
Let me show you.
Wow.
Raymore and
That's
Flanagan.
my new living room.
Bigger selection.
That is beautiful.
Better service.
Come together, right?
No.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less.
Isn't it great?
That's what I needed.
Awesome.
Where'd you say she got her furniture from?
Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
Believe. Book your trip now.
Nothing like bad happens with any team, and I really want to see how these teams handle the adversity of having a close game, because a lot of these teams have play a really good competition. So I'm really excited to see how this game turns out with Uganda and Korea.
So Uganda heading in with a record of 1-4, I should correct myself, but a victory, a come-from-behind win over Luxembourg that made Coach Pete Ginnigore's tournament here. They trailed 5-2 early in the third quarter on day 2 of the tournament on July 13th, but then losses to Hong Kong, Wales, and France. But they had a day off yesterday, so we'll see if they're the fresher team. Korea already has a win. They defeated Mexico back on the 15th a couple days ago, 9-6. Lost yesterday to Belgium, with losses also to France and Germany. So our officials are ready to go. White over red, with Patrick Oriana getting set to take the face-off here for Uganda against the face-off man in Do Hyun Ko, who will take the majority of the face-offs for Korea. Korea in the red on red. Muggy conditions, but it's the final game of the night to take us into day number 9 tomorrow. Uganda yesterday had an awesome day off. We'll tell you about that too, as they had a terrific set of clinicians that helped this developing country. Both Oriana on the right and Ko on the left. Ko with the face-off win. Quick opportunity, and the shot past Alan Amoni. Well, that's a quick look at Alex Millen with the shot. Millen, 66 in red, and he is a native Canadian from Bishop's University in Quebec. Now, he lives in Korea where he is an English teacher. This is probably his final appearance for Korea, but he is a resident there, and he has helped grow the sport at a quick transition, and the goal coming less than 20 seconds in.
Yeah, I really think that goal really put some motivation in this Korea team to really start getting forward and put some start really giving them motivation to really go forward in this game.
Do-hyun Ko was able to win that faceoff, and he gets the assist as Oriana battles, and this will be a 3-on-3 situation. Just underway, it's a 20-minute running time clock in these FIL World Championships, as we'll have a loose ball push against Uganda in the good scrap by Hyunmin Mo, a 20-year-old first-line midfielder. So back behind here is Korea, and the approach from their head coach and backup attackman, Won-jae Park, has been more so about patience and showing a lot of terrific fundamentals here on the field. And outside, everybody will get work the ball around. Andrew Kim is their leading scorer, who attends Young Harris Junior College. Kim has 10 goals and 14 shots. Alex Millen now, that was his 7th against a man-to-man defensive look by Uganda in front of goaltender Alan Amoni. This is my 3rd game of these championships, Connor, and Amoni has represented himself quite well. As the shake from behind from Eric Yoon. The skip pass and the right alley dodge from Hyunjun Park. Park turned aside. They'll dodge again from Andrew Kim. Kim, who had played at Young Harris Junior College, he's now 27. Shot low to high by Millen, and he got a quality look.
Yeah, I really like how this Uganda team is coming out very aggressive here in this first quarter, and they're playing man-to-man really, really close. And I think this is really good as they get the. Looks like number 12 gets the ground. Oh, looks like there's a flag right now. Looks like it's going to be on Korea, as Uganda's going to be a man up here. We'll see what the call was. Looks like it was a push.
Yep, that's the 32nd push with possession. So the foul against Korea. 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter, and Uganda will have the ball for the first time. This is a Ugandan team that has a lot of athletes. As Coach Pete Ganagar has said, you know, we can run with pretty much everybody, but we don't have a lot of game experience and handling the ball under pressure. But as we had a lovely conversation with Pete before the game, Connor, he believes in this process, the validation that he's already gotten. As Oriana here will start the man up in the 6-on-5, he has seen the incremental progress that I think any coach wants to see, no matter what level it is.
Yeah, he really preached on the term family. He really wants this team to be close together. And he also mentioned that they spent the day with Iroquois just learning some basic stick skills and learning some other basic terms to really help their game. And he said that was a really awesome thing that they got to experience. And I think that was great for Iroquois to really help a developing lacrosse team out.
Patrick Oriana's pass sailed away, and it's a turnover, but John Okura, starting defender for Uganda. We are all even, however, with the penalty having expired. Uganda 0 for 1. We'll finish up that story as up ahead. This is going to be the clear for Trey Kawagule, and another flag is out. And a shot went in. Hold on a moment. This will be a call against Uganda for the warding off. And our near side official is going to tell us it's an offside.
It looks like we got another flag on the bench.
Well, there's a lot to sort through for our officials. So I think we're going to get a substitution foul on Korea. The ward-off appeared like it turned over the ball, but because they are offsetting fouls, Uganda is going to keep possession. So after all of that, they still have to pick up the yellow flag, and Uganda will have a pair of early man-ups. They just turned it over.
Yeah, really sucks that they couldn't get that goal that they scored there. But it looks like we're all even here, as like you said, the penalty's offset. So let's hear. I want to see if they can that goal back that they tried to get. Looks like another flag looks like it's probably going to be on Korea as they keep the play going.
And on the rollback, and that is number 16, and Reagan Ochan. And as the ball is on the ground, that signals the stoppage on this continuing clock with 5 minutes in. Procedure called again against Korea. So this will be a brief. Now check that the first foul had expired because we had the offsetting calls. So this will be, again, another 30-second foul. So the second true man up for Korea, Patrick Oriana. He's their best midfielder.
It looks like they're really playing out here on this man down. It looks like they're really trying to pressure this Ugandan offense.
Kasule, Reagan Ochan, quick shot, and this goes wide. And goal is Sun Woo Kim. No relation between the Kims, and he also has been very busy here for Korea. Sun Woo comes in having made 44 saves through 4 games. Quick stick, and the shot wide by Oriana.
Looks like we're even now, too.
Quick restart, though, for Uganda. Kenneth Kasule. And Oriana outside. Oriana taking a jab from Min Jae-yu. Korea with only 4 long poles for this tournament. They had 3 long poles go down with injuries as the pass for Kasule knocked away by Jake Hong-koo and out of bounds. And that is certainly a real challenge for head coach Won Jae Park because he has to find ways to rest them over the course of the game, particularly with all the heat here in Israel.
Yeah, I really think we're going to really see how they manage the playing of the long poles in the second half and really see how tired they get and really how they play through the adversity of just being tired. I think that's going to be a real challenge for them, but I'm excited to see if they could pull it off and stay strong.
Up just 4 poles. So what a unique situation is developing. Country Millen got it on the crease from Nabuki Suzuki. 2-0 Korea. We'll see if the goal stands. And it does. It was going to be a 30-second interference. So Alex Millen with both to lead Korea.
Yeah, I really think that goal really helped put a real dominance for Korea and just to show. It looks like Uganda's huddling up right now, too, just to talk things over, make sure everyone's all good. And just honestly, as a defender myself, just got to stay calm, relax, and just can't let every goal get to you. You really can't. If you let every goal get to you, then it's going to be a long day.
Do Hyun Ko has looked good so far on the faceoff. And Oriana, who runs as a two-way midi, he has taken probably 200 faceoffs this week. And the wear and tear on that is Ko, who is just a Fogo. He is able to drop it and leave it for Hyunmin Mo. Offensive midfielder, and Mo will start the inverts as they bring back on Ungo Ryu, who subs through in the midfield. And Ungyo, Ryu will go back behind for Suzuki. Millen away from some pressure, and they'll dodge against this man-to-man again of Uganda. 2-0, the lead for Korea. And a good start despite a pair of flags against them. We've played 9 minutes of this opening quarter. Mo, and he's met quickly by the long pole, Ronald Otim. Millen got it to the outside where they think about the sweep across. And the sweep across from Hyunju Park again. And Park trying to turn back to his left. But the D-Midi shut that down. Feed in tight, and Amoni, not much on the shot from Andrew Kim. That's the guy that Korea wants to get the ball to.
Yeah, really, really good stoppage there by Uganda. Really, what they really need to do right now is just get the ball in their offensive hand, start wearing down the Korea defense. As we said, they only have 4 poles, so get the ball in Uganda's offense's hand. And wear them down. get them tired, and it's gonna hopefully as they get tired, they get sloppy, and that should be the key for this Uganda offense. Just starts slowing them down.
So Oriana outside. Uganda 0 for 2 and a couple of man-ups. Down the right alley, the shot. Kim making the save. The shooter on the far side was 13 in white, Castro Onan, who has yet to touch the ball. Onan had very flashy cleats as we saw him earlier. He's got the perfect colors, I'd say, for Uganda. Kind of a fuchsia color. I think that would be the name of it. As Kim eats up this shot coming from Reagan Ochen. Looked like it was going to be off goal, but he outlets it here for Jae Hong Koo. Kim back to Koo here on the D. And can Korea execute? They will get the pass ahead and the completion to Min Jae-yu, who attended UPenn. And Yu drops into the attack for Nobuyuki Suzuki. We are now under 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Ralph Bernarczyk with Connor Watson, a defender at Clark University, working as an organizing committee intern and a future coach at the college lacrosse level. Pair of goals from Alex Millen to lead Korea. And Uganda 0 for 2 in the man up, the early developing story. For Korea, Hyunmin Mo and thought about turning the corner, and Bernard Otim, number 4 in white, handled him well.
I really like how Uganda is playing a really aggressive defense here, as they're really trying to pressure this Korean offense here. I think it's a really good idea to start beating them up a little bit and start putting some pressure on them. Let Korea start pushing them around, as they really want to try to get this ball back.
Millen's pass to the crease, and that could not be completed.
As we probably know, that the Uganda coach knows that these pulls, there's not a lot of pulls here. Tries to really get them really.
Martin Kormatech was the shooter, the D-midi for Uganda. And up ahead, Korea with a fine-looking clear. There from defenseman Si Young Choi. We got a chance to meet him on the field, Connor, before the game. He's 18 years old, just graduated the Brooks School, a prestigious high school in Massachusetts.
And
here's Youngju Ryu shooting.
Looks like we got a flag here.
And Ryu shot wide. And we will see in the flag against Uganda. Heading off the field will be Ronald Otim. And we'll take a look at Korea's man-up unit.
Yeah, I really like to see how Uganda plays this man down here, as I'm not sure if they're going to want to press out as much, or if they're going to just try to keep it easy on the defense and not press out. I'd be really curious. I'd be really interested if they did press out, because it'd really try to get the ball for the offense.
Timeout on the field. We'll do the same and come back with the first man up for Korea as they lead Uganda 2-0 tonight in Netanya, Israel. A man up for Korea, leading 2-0. Ralph Bednarczyk with Connor Watson tonight in Netanya, Israel, as this pass knocked down by Hyunju Park. And Park on the attack will lay it behind for Nobuki Suzuki. Ungyo Rio at the top. Popping out was Mo. Mo, overhand shot, and Alan Amoni has no problem with it.
Yeah, I really liked how they started pressing out on that defensive man down. I think that really helped them get this ball back and get the save.
But an errant pass. Here comes Mo shooting overhand, and Amoni was able to recover. And while down on his knees, able to perhaps deflect the ball over the top.
Yeah, that was a great save, getting back there and just making sure that ball did not go in the cage. That would have been a bad turn. That would have been a bad goal for Uganda.
We near the 6-minute mark, and Uganda is going to start to clear from deep in their own end. And back to the conversation with Pete Ginnigar. Number one, they had their first day off for Uganda after playing 5 consecutive days. Good strip on Ochan. 15 in red, and Hyunjun Park trying to come up with the loose ball. But the pickup from John Okura, the starting pole for Uganda, as he laid it ahead, and Uganda battling for it. They won't be able to pick it up. And finally, with the pickup from Min Jae-yu. Yu racing ahead. Min Jae-yu with an angle. And a good decision to pass it up. And on the twirl, you can see how talented all 4 poles are for Korea. They only have 4 as he tried to go in and look for the Superman across cage. That is a legal move if you score, then land in the crease in the FIO levels.
Yeah, if I'm Uganda right now, I want to take my time on this clear. There's no rush on the clear, as there's no clock. So honestly, just take your time, relax, settle it.
Speeding ahead was John Okura. Down the right alley as the shot from Luca Bene and Kenneth Kasule shooting. This one bouncing, and it'll be recovered momentarily by Uganda. Korea applied the pressure, and the ball would be a loose ball push belonging to Uganda with Faisal Subuga, starting attackman number 2 in white, involved in that scrum. And Castro Onan going with the flashy cleats. He, along with Oriana, have been the leading scorers. Onan with 6 goals, Oriana with 5. And having 4 assists. So now Uganda goal line extended. Quick stick inside, that was Oriana. Or check that was 16. Reagan Ochan on the look.
Yeah, I really liked how they're trying to get these quick passes in here and try to get this defense off guard.
Now Korea sitting back in a very packed-in zone defense with the 2 short sticks on the wing. Kenneth Lubakakene. Lubakakene with the skip pass, and he did not have a midfielder on this side. An unforced turnover by Uganda.
Yeah, really good defense there by Korea. I think having that zone defense really confused the Ugandan offense as they were getting really pressured in the first couple possessions of this game.
Ungyu Ryu will throw a rope all the way across the field. Numbers perhaps for Korea as the pole Young Song Sok Kang picks up the clear, but he did his job. And back to work goes Millen. Millen to Park. As Park is chased by the double team of Uganda. Another flag is out against Uganda. They're going to get a slash on Pida Shaban. 22 in white. And from behind, Suzuki. Up top, the step down. Came right into Amoni off the stick of Jahan Park. And now we will get the call officially. Indeed, it is a 1-minute slash against 22 Shaban.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how long these Korean long poles are going to be going up past midfield. They're going to have to get tired sooner enough, and it's going to be really hard for them to go up. I feel like they're just wasting their energy going up and just passing it. I think they need to dump the pass off quicker.
We'll keep an eye on that. So the 4 polls that head coach One J Park mentioned, he's got to find a way to keep them fresh. And especially with each passing day, you're playing back-to-back days, so it's so hard for the body to recover for all these teams, even the U.S. As Young Ji-Roo hit his pass from Young Yu. They'll say it was deflected. Alex Millen maintaining that to the officials. There is a flag down, and it's going to be another penalty against Uganda.
Looks like they're going to go all 4 pulls here, so I'll be curious to see how they play this man down.
So a 1-minute slash against short stick, D-Mini Trey Kawagule. Big opportunity for Korea. Shot is deflected and out of bounds. Going back to Uganda with no backup. Ronald Otim stepped out on the hands on the Korean shooter.
Yeah, right now, if I'm Uganda, I'm just going to let Korea come to me, not let any pressure come, as there's, like we said, there is no rush to get the ball back on offense. Just relax, and it looks like we got another flag on the play.
And we do, and that's Martin Komikech there on the far sideline, the D-Midi that is fouled, and Korea, their own worst enemies. So the turnover on the shot, and Uganda is going to set up for the clear. They trail 2-0, final 40 seconds here this opening quarter.
Looks like Uganda's penalty just ended, as they're going to be man up here.
Oriana. Shot from the outside, maybe a bit of a force. Kim making the save. Big left-hand shot from Liberty Twesime.
What a great shot he had there.
One more look perhaps for Korea. Kim out of net. Kim losing it, but the nice pickup. How about the vacuum from Hyun Suk Kang? As Kang legs it ahead to take care of the first quarter. 2 goals from Alex Millen for Korea, and they withstand a couple of early man-ups for Uganda. 2-0's our score in the final game of the night in Day 8 of these 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships. We're back for the second quarter after this on ESPN+. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Signature Lacrosse. Signature Lacrosse was built by the players for players, and it's focused on revolutionizing the progression of this game. Follow Signature on Instagram at Signature Lacrosse to stay up to date on developments in products like Magic Mesh, the longest lasting, strongest performance mesh in the game, and by Epic Lacrosse, the leader in technologically advanced lacrosse equipment. Proud to be the official head, shaft, glove, and arm protection of these World Championships in Netanya. Epic is proud that so many teams from around the globe trusted it for all their gear needs. Epic Lacrosse, live, play, and be. Ralph Bednarchik with Connor Watson. Here comes the second quarter. Korea in red, Uganda in the white on red. A pair of goals from Alex Millen leading Korea. Both teams with man-up chances. And procedure will be called against Do Hyun Ko of Korea. And the official will actually untangle their sticks. And Patrick Oriana here into the attack. And nearly a fumbled pass. But we start in a 6-on-6 even situation. Uganda's had some shots from distance, but they have not been able to feed the crease as of yet. And they dodge with Lubakambene. Kenneth Lubankakene. He was not able to get the shot off, and the pressure by the Korean defense. Eventually, Uganda is able to rally and keep possession.
I really think that if Uganda could capitalize off of this this illegal procedure on the faceoff, I think this could be really huge for them here.
A pass to the wing and is away from the stick of Reagan Ochan, and Korea legs it ahead. And a takeout slide to knock down the Korea player on the loose ball, but this ball is going back to Uganda, and Uganda can't believe it.
I really also like how Uganda is being very aggressive on defense with their checks. I think it's really giving a point to the Korean offense that, hey, don't we're aggressive and you can't run all over us. As they probably think that they can run all over them, and I think Uganda is trying to get the point across. Hey, we're not going to let you into the crease at all.
Ungyu Ryu, number 1 in white, off to Alex Millen. And Nobuyuki Suzuki, who plays back at X for Korea, this developing nation that is said to have fantastic fundamentals, the way Pete Kinnegar described it, that the Asian countries have that, and they're very excited that they'll be hosting the ASPAC tournament, which is the Asia and Pacific Lacrosse Championship coming up next year. So lacrosse is starting to develop and gain attention in Korea. This is Millen shooting, and Amoni sees it well.
What a great save by a Uganda goalie there.
Alan Amoni with the stop, and Millen got a good look from 7 yards away. Amoni came in with 45 saves with a 41% save percentage. And on the pickup outside, we have another flag as Michael Bahizi came up with a ground ball. And we have a foul against Korea.
Korea's been really biting themselves in the butt with all these penalties. And if I'm the Uganda coach right now, I'm telling my guys, hey, we need to capitalize on this right now. Like, they're killing themselves with all these penalties. We need to get a goal right here.
In the box with the 1-minute slash was Young Suk Kang. Can Uganda get the quality look? Late change on for the 5th defender for Korea, as they need to figure out when a pole, who is going to play with a pole. In tight, the save was made by Kim. And in the crease violation against Uganda.
Yeah, if I'm Korea right now, I'm just trying to kill this penalty. Get out of the way. Don't look for pressure. Once the penalty's killed, put it right back on offense.
Si Young Choi, who will attend Johns Hopkins University in the fall. Great to meet him on the field before the game, as this pass intended for Min Jae-yu is dropped. Korea scrambles for the next possession as Alex Millen is crunched along the sideline, and he stepped out. So the ball back to Uganda as they swarmed and pinned Korea to the sideline.
That was great defense by Uganda, just getting that ball back and try to capitalize right here, as now we're even here. So
Korea got it ahead And the pass was knocked away, intended for Regan Ochan. Ochan goes down and slides and picks it up. So Uganda can now establish the possession. Trey Kawagule still looking for his first goal of these World Championships. Well, these Uganda guys, as Pete Hennigar said, you know, they are lax rats. They just don't know it yet, but they truly love the sport. They're watching the live streams. They're watching YouTube when they're back in their hotels. These guys can't get enough of it. As we have a flag down away from the ball, and it's going to be Kawagule.
As you see,
no, check that. It's going to be Korea and Jae-Hong Koo that sits in the box.
As you see there, they switched to long poles. They switched short pole to long pole so they could try to get that extra pole as one of their main poles was off. So I'm very curious to see how Uganda attack if they decide that they want to attack number 23.
There's only, again, 4 poles on this Korea team, so when one of them gets a penalty, save made by Kim down low. Best scoring chance of the game came there from Regan Ochan of Uganda. He got the feed from Castro behind. Kim, as he's pressured, and more penalties and flags flying as the feed ahead here for Min Jae-yu. And the pass dropped, and we will see yet another penalty 6 minutes in. A 1-minute slash, and I think it's no surprise, of course, Connor, with 2 developing countries with all the flags. But what needs to occur to sharpen that up? Because clearly it is affecting both teams in terms of the flow and how they can build off of this.
I think it really just comes down to the fundamentals of the game. I think when we see these developing countries that, yeah, they want to be aggressive, but we also have to look at the go back always to the fundamentals and try to really work on poke checks and not trying to use the stick and be out of control with everything.
There's a shot, and Korea has a 3-0 lead. Eung-yu Ryu from distance. So a man-up tally, and it's 3-0 Korea.
Yeah, I think Korea is really trying to dominate here on these penalties. They're really trying to take advantage of these penalties that Uganda is getting with a couple of penalties that they've missed. They finally capitalized on this one. I think it was a really big one for them, and I think they're really proud of. They actually scored on a man up here.
And they've had plenty of chances, and now they're trying to build on it with face-off man Do Hyun Ko, 25-year-old. And this time it was not Oriana for Uganda, but Trey Kawagule. So Korea wins it on procedure, and they have what feels like a commanding 3-0 lead as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. And Andrew Kim has not been involved, Korea's leading goal scorer tonight. He has very little ball carry time. They had that one look as he swept across the middle early in the first quarter. Eung-yu Ryu. And the dodge came. Amoni making the save. The rebound, and Amoni had a good look at it. The follow-up came from Hyunjun Park right outside the crease. The ball carries across midfield. And the pickup in traffic somehow by Ryu. The stick of Hyunjun Park. Flags are out in tight. It went to Kim. And another flag coming out against Uganda.
Yeah, I really like to see if how long this penalty is it's really going to be effective of how Korea plays this man up.
Korea with consecutive man-ups within about a minute. Their leading goal scorer, Andrew Kim. Nobuyuki Suzuki. Skip pass. And Hyunmin Mo was getting ready to crank one. Andrew Kim shooting from the outside. An ambitious shot. And we are midway through the 1-minute slash against Uganda. Alex Millen with 2. Ryu with the last one. Kim down to the crease, sharp angle, great finish. Nobuyuki Suzuki got the feed from Kim, who collects his first assist. It's 4-0.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of miscommunication there on the Ugandan defense, as they weren't sure who was going to be rotating to the guy, as they were man down. It was and just the late rotation really really killed it for the Ugandan defense, as they try to come back after that and hopefully try to get a face-off win and try to get something going on offense, as we haven't seen yet, really.
And the penalties costing Uganda dearly. Consecutive man-up goals for Korea. Oriana tried to push it out to the corner. Nobody sees it. And our officials will gather. We had procedure called. This takes us to the media timeout. 9:34 to go before halftime. Korea has jumped out ahead on Uganda 4-0 on ESPN+. Korea has built a 4-0 lead as we are midway through the second quarter with Connor Watson, defender at Clark University and an intern of the organizing committee here in Netanya, Israel. I'm Ralph Bednarczyk bringing you the last game of the day, day 8 in Netanya, with the tournament concluding with the gold medal game on Saturday morning with, again, the U.S. and Canada looking like they are headed, and they've been headed on a collision course for that one, but the games beside that look just as fascinating as down the right alley, Hyunmin Mo is stripped. And again, the active stick of John Okura of Uganda. And the story is the Ugandan penalties have cost them consecutive man-up goals, and Alex Millen 2 early goals to start the scoring for Korea. Two-man game with Suzuki. Suzuki with the throwback. He had Kim, good concept, but Okura is going to have the ground ball.
Yeah, I really think that if the Ugandan defense really just settled down and relaxed and not really throw so many slap checks and threw more poke checks, that this defense would be so much better and more relaxed.
Well, Korea not relaxed. Alex Millen is going to get, at minimum, a 30-second push with possession. He's going to the box as he rode Okura hard.
Looks like that's going to be a minute penalty is the signal from the ref.
And it is Millen. So Uganda a chance to take shape. And in talking to one of the fine gentlemen in the sport, Pete Ginagar, the head coach of Uganda, who has gone over to Uganda from his native Burbank, California, 7 times in the last 12 months, 6 in the last 10 months. His team had the day off yesterday. And just that rest, he thought, would do wonders. They did not practice, didn't watch any film, truly wanted to give their bodies a chance to recover and get their heads clear. But based on the sound of things, Connor, that this Uganda team loves the game so much they keep watching it and watch other games on our streams as it is Kawagule picking up this ground ball. Man up continues. Ochan was looking to feed the crease, and in the far right corner, Trey Kawagule for Uganda, 14 in white, couldn't get there. And the ball goes to a Uganda timeout. So they will preserve the possession with 7:16 remaining in our first half. Lead 4-0. And talking more about Coach Pete Ginagar, he talked about a realistic approach. This is an inexperienced team. They had a bad fourth quarter against France, which they wished they had a chance to build off of. But the realistic approach of winning plays, winning quarters, it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the process that eventually will get to some results in the future.
Yeah, he really preached on the aspect of the experience and just like have them watching the games. He really told us that Uganda went to all these U.S. and Iroquois and Canada games because they wanted to learn more about it. About the game. They really want to be engaged. And even with their day off, I bet you they still watch some YouTube videos on some of these games and probably live stream some of these games because they really want to get better as a team and they really want to try to be a dominant team. But like we said, it's always the baby steps. And like having Iroquois come out and help them out just a little bit with just some steps and everything really gave them probably some motivation just to go out there and have some fun. Because that's really what their coach really said. They just want to come out and have some fun because that's what they're here for. They want to have some fun. It doesn't really matter about the wins and losses. They want to get some experience for their guys, and they really want to have fun out on the field, but try to also get some wins.
And the term that Pete Ginagar uses is, an Israeli term, a Jewish term, mishpacha, which means family, that the Ugandan team knows, and that's what they preach, and it's just a terrific human interest story, regardless of whether or not Uganda will ever have success, as Kawagule works it to the wing. But the fact that they are here, they are trying, is already a win. As Kim faced the shot from Ochan, and backup belongs to Uganda. They did defeat Korea 4 years ago in Denver as a subplot to this game. Kawagule lobs at the other side, and Kim comes up with the denial. Ochan was darting through at the right time. Ochan skip pass, and he overshoots his teammates. The pickup belonging to Nobuyuki Suzuki. And the battle as it's kicked ahead by Twisime. Castro Onin down into the corner, tries to save it. And he will here to left-hand shooting Liberty Twisime. His pass was deflected, and the vicious battle ensues, where eventually it's found by Alex Millen. So Millen and Korea will reach the 4-minute mark. Make that the 6-minute mark of the second quarter, and the lead is 4 for Korea. As they withstand a defensive possession, and onto the field is Andrew Kim. Kim forced back. Now to the crease. The shot by Suzuki blocked. Out of cage is Amoni. And Alan Amoni, nice athletic play to get it ahead to Castro Onin. Uganda a chance to run. Onin for Kasule. Kasule, and a right-handed shot. He was caught in between. His man did not cut to the front. Ken Kasule was looking for Trey Kawagule, and it's a Ugandan turnover.
Yeah, and while Uganda was on offense, actually, Korea was subbing their pulls. So really, it's kind of starting to show a little bit that they're getting a little tired.
And again, Korea played yesterday. And losing to Belgium, Uganda would be the fresher team. Shot from the outside, but Korea's in rhythm. Ung-Yu Ryu. A long shot from 15 yards out beats Alan Amoni. 5-0 Korea.
Yeah, I'm not really sure the goalie knew what happened there. As it really looks like it hit top right corner. Just a beautiful shot by Korea. As there's nothing really that you can do about a goalie there. It was just a perfect top right goal.
Second of the game for Ryu. Both of his shots, Connor, have been something else.
Yeah, they've been really spectacular, and they've been spot on. There's nothing really the goalie could do, as they're just perfectly placed.
Face-off was won by Do Hyun Ko, but Korea throws it out of bounds, looking to get it to the wing. So Uganda's in trouble. On paper, this appeared like it could be kind of a 50-50 game. Could Uganda steal a second win after taking a victory away from Luxembourg earlier in this tournament? And we have a timeout on the field. A called timeout by Korea. So the day off that was used by Uganda was fascinating. They had a clinic put on by the Iroquois Nation. The Thompson brothers were there. How personable they were. And I think the best part about it, Connor, was you think the Iroquois Nation and a clinic, they're going to put on a clinic in terms of superior stick skills. But they went through with the Ugandan team, showing them the fundamentals. And I think that was particularly pleasing, and I think really shows how in touch the Iroquois Nation are in terms of growing the game truly at a grassroots level.
Yeah, I really think they enjoy learning the fundamentals and just trying to get more basic skills down and try to really grow their game and really just become better players on the field. I think learning from one of the better teams in this tournament and having one of the better teams show you more like how ways to do more fundamentals, I think it was really inspiring for this team, and maybe hopefully to give them some more motivation going down the road and to work harder and really work on those fundamentals and take things away from what the Iroquois taught them.
And as I found that out asking Ugandan coach Pete Ginagar, well, the concern is when you're at a practice and seeing the Iroquois Nation play in games, they simply have stick skills that are at a completely different level in their own world, their own stratosphere, not even a zip code. But they were very fundamental into what they taught and tried to show players in clinics. Maybe the most dangerous thing that the Iroquois Nation showed this Ugandan team is how to take selfies with their lacrosse stick. Connor, how is that done? I'm trying to picture that.
I'm not sure, honestly. You're probably going to need... Yeah.
We're going to have to ask them over at Vendor Village. Is it possible that they can balance a cell phone with the lacrosse stick?
I wouldn't be able to do it.
And use it as a selfie stick?
I wouldn't be able to do that.
That would be more impressive than many of the goals that the Iroquois Nation has scored.
I definitely agree.
I'm going to find that out and have that for the next couple days of broadcasts. As stepping out of bounds was Suzuki in the corner, and good pressure by Uganda on the sideline. But it is 5-0 Korea. And trying to battle through on the clear and taking it into traffic was John Okura. Okura had it taken away. Now another whistle. And this is an interference called against Korea.
Yeah, that's a big call. And hopefully if Uganda can get this clear off, I really anticipate that Korea is really going to be pressuring hard so they can try to get another goal before going into halftime here.
So it is Amoni that has it. The head coach of this Korean club, in case you missed it, is the only player coach or player head coach in this tournament out of the 46 teams. His name is Won Jae Park. And Park is a backup attackman. When he plays in the field, he is in player mode. And his assistant coach handles everything. And he says, you know, during games, I'm pretty much not the head coach, kind of. There's a shot stinging the corner. Quick restart. And Korea shooting the lights out of the ball tonight. Hyun-Min Mo put it into a great spot.
Yeah, when you put no pressure on this offense, they're going to take those shots. And that shot was just perfectly placed in the top. And looks like the top-ish right corner. And when you, like I said, if you just don't put pressure on them, they're going to take those shots all day.
Mo with his hands free, and Uganda continues to hurt themselves with turnovers. So 6-0 Korea. The most goals the Koreans have scored in a game here in Israel was 9 in their lone victory. Make that 8 yesterday in their loss to Belgium, 17-8. They scored, let me correct myself, 9 against Mexico, 9-6, and then the 8 in a loss to Belgium. So, face-off win off the wing by Okora as he lobs it ahead for Liberty Twesime. As we near the 1-minute mark, there's been a lot of lacrosse where the numbers almost don't look straight anymore, Connor.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like all these, on paper, this should have been a really close game, but it looks like Korea is just really dominating, taking this game into their hands.
Castro Onan and tried to speed dodge, shut off well there by Si Young Choi. Then across it comes, and a great feed is the first goal for Uganda.
That was really huge for Uganda. That I guarantee you that gave them a lot of motivation as they celebrate this, and especially going into halftime, this is going to really put their spirits up and really try to get more energy from halftime and from this goal. Even if it's a 6-1 game, they're going to try to take that energy and just try to build off of it.
Trey Kawagule got the cross-cage feed, and Uganda with a good-looking first goal. Final 15 seconds of this running time clock of the first half. Oriana tied up with Koa. And Oriana had a chance to pick it up. It'll be grabbed by Korea, and that'll take care of the first half. But Uganda spoils the first half shutout. It is Korea 6-1 at the brink in the final game of Day 8. We'll be back in 10 minutes with continuing coverage of the 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships on ESPN+.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
Jordan Wolf won't pan out.
Joe Walters is overrated.
Joey Sankey won't make it at the next level.
Fire! 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 Fire!
For over 30 years, Cascade has been the most trusted helmet in lacrosse. Introducing the Cascade S. Cascade. Passion to protect.
She only went furniture shopping 3 days ago. There's no way it got there so quickly. She said everything was available in stock, 3-day delivery. Wow. Why didn't we get that?
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture? Raymore and Flanagan.
But I think it should go
Bigger selection.
over there. Gentlemen.
Better service.
Yeah.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less. Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
No way your furniture's here already.
Raymore and Flanagan, 3-day delivery.
Do not mention delivery.
Ever wonder if there's a better way to shop for furniture?
Let me show you.
Wow.
Raymore and
Have
Flanagan.
my new living room.
Bigger selection.
That is beautiful.
Better service.
Come together, right?
No.
Guaranteed delivery in 3 days or less.
Isn't it great?
That's what I needed.
Awesome.
Where'd you say she got her furniture from?
Raymore and Flanagan. Delivering a better experience.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
Is your insurance agent trapped? Probably. When agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop around to find you a better deal. Free to do what's right for you. Find an agent at trustedchoice.com.
Ready to start the third quarter. Ralph Bjornchik with Connor Watson. 6-1 the score for Korea leading Uganda. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Signature Lacrosse, by Epic Lacrosse, by Quorum Watches, by Honix, Gladio Lacrosse, and Cascade Helmets. Third quarter underway, and Dae-Hong Ko, who's been a very good face-off man for Korea, and he handles things and leaves it for the offense. And let's start here for Korea and their head coach, Won Jae Park, who has not played yet, but he's in uniform on the sideline. What do you think the message was to his team after a couple of man-up goals, and they sit comfortably 6-1?
Yeah, I think his message was, let's just keep it going and let's get rid of these penalties. They've had a lot of penalties in the first half, and I think that really killed them. And I think the opportunity lost by Uganda was a real bad one. But
and they also perhaps trying to get their best player involved. That's Andrew Kim off the face dodge down the alley. He got the pass, and Kim finishes. He had an early goal. Kim bearing the shot. That's his team best 11th.
Yeah, like saying, I really think the player coach on the sideline is really just trying to motivate these guys, and probably said at halftime, like, hey, let's just keep this energy up, and let's just keep getting these goals, and let's try to run away with this game right here.
So Kim the pickup, the goal coming less than a minute into the third quarter. And Do-Hyun Ko gets procedure. So Oriana will have it. And then if you're head coach Pete Ginagar of Uganda, it's about baby steps. They got a goal late, a very classy goal. End of the second quarter. What do you think his point and that he emphasized was at the half?
Oh, let's just keep positive. I mean, I went over to the sideline just to check how everything was over there, and their spirits were still really high. Especially, I really think that goal really helped them, really motivated them, and really wanted to keep their spirits high. I think that goal really was a factor of keeping them into this game and keep them motivated and keep them into the game. And I really think that he tried to say, like, let's control these checks, because they got a lot of penalties and that really cost them in the first half. So I really think he wanted to get the message across, saying, hey, let's try to control their sticks a little bit on defense, and let's try not to give them any more man up plays.
See Young Choi, another good clear for Korea. So the Koreans on the verge of a tournament high in goals, which was 9 in their recent victory a few days ago against Mexico. But when you compare scores, Connor, it's very easy to do that across sports, but there are so many factors in this tournament because teams play back-to-back, and the injury factor, simply the physical wear and tear is such a factor that you can't underestimate. As Alex Millen, his skip pass is eventually picked up on the outside, and Korea has it with Min Jae-yu, one of the two Yu brothers. And Kim will recover. But Mexico, they battled Greece to a pretty competitive game, and Greece is 3-2. They just knocked off New Zealand in the game before this, 12-11, decided in the final seconds. And Greece, they have ex-Division I and current Division I and even a future Division I player on their roster.
Yeah, I really think that when you compare games and stats, like, all the stats can be inflated just because different pools have different talent. And really looking at the stats going into the game can really be misleading and really tell a different picture while the game's going on. Like at halftime, you could see that we thought this was going to be a close game, and right now it looks like Korea is trying to run away with it. So anything's possible in a game. You can look at stats all you want, but it doesn't matter. Anything can happen in the game.
Alan Amoni hopes that he can make that happen. And he'll have to start here with the clear with Korea with a zone ride. The attackman at the very top, and Amoni will slowly walk it ahead. If this is your first game watching the FIL tournament, there is no failure to advance. Now they attack Amoni, and he throws a strike ahead to the attackman. And a flag is out, and the shot taken by Twisime, and we'll get the flag against Korea.
Yeah, Korea's got a lot of penalties in this game right now, and if I'm the Uganda coach, I'm telling my guys to let's relax and let's try to get some nice clean shots off here, and let's really take advantage of this man up, and let's try to get some good shots and try to not make anything stupid, try not to get any stupid penalties, and let's just control it and relax. That's the really big thing here. Relax, be calm, don't force anything.
We had a buzzer go off, but that is, I think, the field over from us. So here is Uganda with this man-up opportunity. Castro Onan got it from Regan Ochan. There's the good skip pass as Kasule had to bring it down off the grass surface. The Ugandan coaching staff has a lot of talent there. Not just in addition to Pete Ginnigar, 45 years of college coaching, as Ochan got a good look. The pressure from Jae-Hong Koo, the defenseman. But not just Ginnigar, who was a Division I head coach a couple times at Gannon before the program dropped. Mercyhurst started the program 2 years at D1. An assistant at Cornell, Ohio State. Longtime D3 coach, club coach. He's got Mike Allen there, a club coach at Cal Santa Barbara, who played at Yale University. He's a Baltimore guy. And he's got Teddy Bergman down there, Division III Coley of the Year a couple years ago as Twisime, or rather that was Subanga with the shot. And that was a good feed to the crease. So the leadership is there. And then not to forget about John Christmas, a two-time All-American at Virginia, where he won the 2003 National Championship. What a great career he has had through indoor lacrosse and Major League Lacrosse. And he has been around this Ugandan program and community now for several years. This is not just a fly-in and coach deal. Christmas could even be the future head coach as Kenneth Kasule leaves it here for Ochan. So Uganda with the second effort. We are all even following the flag. And aggressive play there from Min Sung Yu, who goes by the name Clint. He's 23 years old. The two Yu brothers have spent a lot of time in the States. Shot from the wing, and Uganda's got two. Regan Ochan with the finish overhand. And Ochan with the shot that is his first goal of the World Championships. The dance and the goal celebration was waiting a while to be shown, but there it is. It's 7-2.
Yeah, you really see that he's excited, and this team is really getting pumped up about that goal. And even since it's 7-2, they're really playing like it's like 2-2. They're playing like it's a tie game. And like I said, these polls look like they're getting tired, and I'd be curious to see how this defense is going to play. If they're going to go from a man to a zone, if they're going to be less aggressive on their defense. So we'll have to see what they do on defense next time.
A face-off. Ung-Yu Ryu, and the ball carries out of bounds on the Korean sideline. So here's Uganda with possession. The other person to mention, of course, he's become a big star and will be even a bigger one. 2014 World Championships in Denver. Tom Schreiber, the Princeton star, who had just finished up his career. He did not make the final 23 U.S. roster. He was right on the bubble, a year out of school. Of course, we know how great of a roster it is to make. So Tom Schreiber spent the 2 weeks, or I think even more time than that, as an assistant coach with Uganda, volunteering his time there in Denver. So he has had an interest in what is going on with this program. As in the corner, Uganda had it. Will have the whistle as Andrew Kim was there defending and playing a D-midi spot for Korea. So the ball on the restart again with Uganda. So great stars have found ways to help these developing countries, and that's significant. Kasule turning back. It is Ochan. Kasule up high with Korea, looking like they've switched to a zone defensive look. Ochan dips the head of the stick, took it into traffic. Way too many red jerseys, and here with the pickup is Jae-Han Park. They'll go back here to the goaltender in Sunwoo Kim. No relation between the two Kims here, although the Yus are brothers. And we'll tell that story as we go, as Andrew Kim, who's already got a goal. Uganda has cut it to 7-2. And Suzuki works it along. And this patient and fundamentally sound Korean set. So trying to get started is Min Jae-yu. Drops it down. Min Jae played 2 years at UPenn. He's now 26 years old, as both Yu brothers attended the United States for boarding school, where they attended a New England boarding school and continued in American universities. They attended Connecticut's Rectory School, where Min Jae was playing baseball before lacrosse drew his interest. This shot is blocked, and Uganda is going to have the ground ball. And then the Ugandan midfielder spun around, and a push is going to be called against Hyun Min Moo. We'll tell that story when we come back. We've hit the media timeout of this third quarter. The quarter is even up at 1. It's 7-2 Korea over Uganda on ESPN+. Today's game is being brought to you by Epic Lacrosse, the leader in technologically advanced lacrosse equipment. Proud to be the official head, shaft, glove, and arm protection of these 2018 FIL World Lacrosse Championships in Netanya, Israel. Epic is proud that so many teams from around the globe have trusted them for all their gear needs. Epic Lacrosse, live, play, and be. And Gladiator Lacrosse, making equipment designed and perfected by lacrosse players, specifically for lacrosse players seeking to take their games to the next level. Visit them at gladiatorlacrosse.com. With Connor Watson, Ralph Bednarchik, we continue in this third quarter. 8.5 to go. We're past the media timeout. This quarter is even up at 1, and a much better-looking Ugandan team has come out.
Yeah, it really seems like this offense is really starting to get its more of a shape here. And this defense is playing more of a zone right here.
Castro, though, may have forced the shot from distance, about a 16-yarder.
Yeah, as we said, they only have 4 long posts, so they're going to have to switch now in this third quarter and fourth quarter between man and zone. So it'll be curious to see how Uganda reacts to the different changes from man to zone.
A ground ball in traffic. Nice ground ball from Clint Yu, the 23-year-old. And the U's, their path to Netanya starting in the States after they left their native Seoul for New England boarding schools. They went to the rectory school, as I said, but then they were teammates for a year at Phillips Andover Academy in Massachusetts, where Min Jae was the captain, played midfield. Clint was a defender. So there is a good U.S. presence to this Korean team. As a skip pass is deflected off the stick of Ochan, but flying on is Kenneth Kasule for Uganda. Ochan might have forced a shot, and there is a flag just as Kim chased the ball behind. And this will be Korea again in the box as Eric Yoon, a midfielder, a backup midfielder, Didi Midi there, is in the box.
Yeah, I really hope that Uganda tries to put something together here, as Korea's been really biting themselves in the butt with penalties in this game. So if Uganda can capitalize off this penalty, it'd be really huge for their offense and really huge for their sideline to really motivate them going more into this game.
Liberty Twasime is the lefty on that side. Did not get the look. Ochan twirls away, and good aggression there from Hyun Suk Khan. He's just 20, one of the youngest members of this Korean team. Twasime took the hit. A flag is out, and Uganda gets the goal. And maybe a bit more as he took a shot, maybe with an elbow. But Twasime earns that goal. It's 7-3, the man-up tally.
Yeah, really, really a big goal there for Uganda. And even now having a penalty and now even being man-up again, they're really going to want to win this face-off here and try to get this ball back on offense so they can try to make more momentum for this team. This face-off is going to be really important here for this Ugandan team.
The clock is stopped because of the injury to Twasime as he receives medical attention going to the far side of the field. It's a 1-minute body check. So there will not be a face-off and an ensuing man-up beginning for Uganda. So the clock will start when the officials blow it. In this case, it greatly benefits Uganda. They got the stoppage and a chance to regroup for a few extra seconds. But they will miss Twasime, who's got the best lefty shot on the team.
Yeah, I really think that not having this face-off for Uganda really helped them because Korea has been really dominating on these face-offs in this game. So really just having a chance to go right into their offensive set really is a good opportunity for this team.
And it is a 6-on-4, so can they get a good look? Oriana could not get the shot off. Kang lost it. A bit unsettled, and Kim making the save. A force of a shot by Uganda. That was probably not the look they wanted. They had a little bit more time there, Connor, to look for something better as the shot forced by Sam Ochan.
Yeah, and Korea's still man down, so Uganda should be really pressing out right here to try to get this ball back and try to capitalize on this opportunity that they only have a short time left on.
Korea behind with Hyunjun Park to take it into the corner, and now settling here up high with the stick of Min Jae-yu. 2 years at UPenn, and so he has great experience. Min Jae missed the Denver Championships in 2014 while fulfilling his military service after graduating from UPenn. But in late January, Min Jae-yoon got the incredible opportunity and once-in-a-lifetime moment to carry the Olympic torch to represent Korean lacrosse ahead of the Pyeongchang Olympic Games. That was in February. He was selected to help promote lacrosse and the other developing sports like this one.
Looks like Korea wants to go for the short stick for a short stick matchup here. So let's see if it turns out to be in their advantage here.
We are all even. Hyunmin Mo. So Uganda squanders that 6-on-4 situation to try to get within 3. And now our officials gather together with another stoppage.
Looks like we're all even now here.
And Korea making a change to the midfield. So Hyunmin Mo will start outside. The keys that head coach Won Jae Park talked about with his team 4 games in: handling the controllables, to execute, to win as one, spin the ball around. Part of his emphasis, as there's an injured player down, the shot outside, good block. As there's Won Jae Park for the first time, number 3 right in front of you. So the head coach, the only player head coach. And what an interesting dynamic that Korea has, but that's the status that they're in. They had 3 players go down with injuries, so I think in part that led Park to be a head coach, and he's the 4th attackman.
Yeah, I really think it's an interesting concept that none of these other teams have, that they have a player coach on the field that could really help them, and they have coaches on the sideline and a coach on the field. It's a real advantage for this team that not other teams may not have.
An injured Korea player on the far side, and the Korean player heading off is and I could not tell by a process of elimination.
Looks like they're Uganda's 2 men down here, as they got 2 penalties.
And Korea having to sub the injured player off. So that's what the holdup was. So backup attackman Ho Sung Han is in for the first time, as he spins the ball back behind. So head coach Won Jae Park, and as he held it, timeout called by his assistant coach ahead of this 6-on-4. That is a very interesting dynamic, but as we asked Coach Park how he handles things, it is something that he separates coaching during the game and over to his assistant coach, and he seems to have tremendous faith in what goes on there. I wonder how much talking he does, especially in these offensive huddles, or does he allow the assistant coach, or does he become his own offensive coordinator?
You know, I'm very interested in that too, because if you think about it, you have the head coach on the field, and he really has to put faith in his assistant coach to see it more on the field, because the assistant coach is going to see more on the field than the head coach is on the field. So having more sets of eyes on the field, having the head coach on the field with the assistant coaches in the field, I feel like is a more of a dynamic and really can help strategize with their offense or defense or whatever. It really, I feel like, is another dynamic to this team that not other teams may not have.
And within this Korean roster, thinking about their bigger picture and moving the game forward in the country of Korea, that there's about 4 to 5 youth coaches that play on this roster. So they're coaching club teams, and of course the Yu brothers, who are both going to graduate from Ivy League institutions. The younger brother Clint is going back to Yale in the fall after he spent last year studying he's going to return to Yale after next year. He'll study in Paris, studying abroad. But so they'll have an American influence, but the Korean natives in particular, the future coaches of this program, to help take it to the next step. Millen, quick shot, and he stuck it. That's 6-on-4. He was the guy they wanted to get the ball to. Alex Millen, with his 3rd goal of the night. He had the first 2, and a well-executed 2-man up for Korea.
Yeah, really what Korea wanted to do there is they wanted to spread everything out, so then they made the Ugandan defense go to them. So really just spreading the 4 the four long poles that they had on the field really just, and trying to rotate it all the time, just made it difficult for Uganda to get to the ball in time, and just the quick passes by Korea really helped them there.
Face-off win, but a quick whistle and a flag is out. And it will be a slashing call, another one. And Uganda clearly leads the tournament in slashing calls, and they have such an aggression as Bernard Otim picks up that foul.
Yeah, I feel like Korea is going to try to do the same exact thing they did the last time. Just have an open offense, make them move, make them rotate. And if they do that, I can guarantee you that they're gonna have another successful two-man up.
This shot wide, and Korea keeping back up with this 8-3 lead. Final minute of the third quarter. So a 6-on-4 to create some real separation. Shot off cage by Ung Yu Ryu. And he's got 2 goals. Millen on that far side. They move Kim to the top of the man-up umbrella. Now they look to feed the high slot. It carries through, and Ryu pursues. And the ball hockey sticked ahead, but picked up by Kim. 30 seconds remaining. About 20 more remaining on the man up. Then the shot fired in. Ryu tried to surprise Amoni.
Interesting shot there that he took. Personally, I would have never taken that shot just because you can just move it around, try to get you're 2-man up. You don't need to be taking that shot, as now they have one guy back in. So they lost the 2-man opportunities. Now they're going to have looks like a box and one with a string guy on the center as Korea tries to puts one on crease. And what they've been doing here, it looks like, is they have keep trying to exchange the crease guys so they could try to make him move more and try to make this defense rotate, which has been really struggling for them lately in this game.
Kim, and now just firing at will. Maybe not the best shots during this man up for Korea.
No, it looks like they're just trying to get lucky with a goal here.
They'll have to wait till the fourth quarter. The 2-man up has a few more seconds left. It's 8-3 Korea. Their man up so far has had plenty of chances. We're back for the final quarter in the final game of the night in Netanya, Israel on ESPN+. The fourth quarter starts with Korea leading Uganda 8-3. And a good start for Uganda with Patrick Oriana capturing the faceoff. Got it down low, looking for Liberty Twasime. And the interception from Hyung Suk Kang, who's played well tonight. The 20-year-old defender, 30 in red, got it ahead. And Korea will spread it out. Min Jae-yu, and here to the stick of Alex Millen, who had a solid career at Bishop's University. They're called the Gators in the eastern township of Quebec. Beautiful area of the country. And Millen has 3 goals today among the stars for Korea. There is actually a pretty good Canadian university influence. Reed Reinhardt, I saw, is coaching with somebody here. He was a big star. Millen, well, Millen is a star tonight. He puts that into the corner pocket on Amoni on a speed dodge from the wing.
Yeah, really, going back to that face-off, I really think that Uganda really wanted to try to get an early goal and just build off of that, but I really think that they should have just probably tried to settle it down, try to get something off. It was only a 5-goal game at that point, so they probably could have just passed it around, got something off. But I understand that the pressure is there, and they wanted to try to get a goal, try to get back into the game, but it ended up costing them at the end as they gave up the goal there.
And Millen shot the ball extremely well. The advantage in the X2 has belonged, but feels like to Ko, not just some clean wins, but he's been good on the wing. Oriana, this is his best face-off win.
Yeah, another great face-off win. Hopefully they could try to capitalize on this opportunity that they got and try not to throw it away like they did last time.
So Twasime got it ahead to Castro Onan.
Uganda really trying to go for the short stick versus short stick matchup here, as they could try to dodge down low and try to get a nice pass off and try to get a good shot here.
Eric Yoon. Onan will whip the pass to the wing for Reagan Ochan. And Kasule. And Kenneth Kasule surveying his situation. 9-3. The lead now for Korea. And off the face dodge, this shot is blocked. Looking for the ground ball. Uganda, after Kim made the save. Flag is out. And we will see yet another. This will actually be an illegal body check for a minute against Korea. And there's been times tonight where Korea has kept Uganda just hanging around due to all their fouls.
Yeah, it looks like Uganda's going to get another opportunity here. And they already capitalized on one opportunity in this game, so they're going to try to go for a second. As there's a good shot there. And another flag on the play.
Well, now they're piling up, and we're going to have a 6-on-4.
Great opportunity for Uganda here to try to get something going. Try to get something going with their offense, as they have all 4 long poles on the field right now. So if I'm Uganda's offense, I'm trying to just pass around, make these guys run.
Quick shot by Twasime, and sprawling to make the save on the speed dodges Kim, and backup goes to Korea. Hyun Suk Kang, an impressive 20-year-old, won the battle to the end line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to sub a long pole off here and try to get some fresh legs and really try to get this ball back on offense and try to hopefully settle down. But Uganda's been really playing some push-out defense here, so I'll be curious to see how Uganda takes this defensive possession, if they press out or if they're going to play more of a laid-back defense. But late in the game, I feel like they're going to be playing really pressed out here.
Offsides now called against Korea. So some self-inflicted wounds have prevented them from really pulling away. And maybe getting a truly satisfying victory in terms of cleanliness as Jae-Hong Koo, 4 in red. And he picks it up, haven't mentioned him tonight, but he's been a starting defender in the crease. And the 4 poles tonight for Korea, they've been solid. There's only 4 of them. And if they pick up a penalty, which has happened, they have to give it their pole over to a short stick.
Yeah, and actually Korea has given up a goal when they gave their long stick to a shorty. So very interesting how this situation for Korea has really affected them.
Young June Park got the clear into the corner. This is a Uganda team that plays strictly man-to-man defense. It's something they've emphasized. They have the athleticism to do it. And Pete Kinnegar has not yet taught them a zone. And the big problem he's felt is lack of game experience, especially dealing with pressure. They've played in the East Africa 7-on-7s, but those are not quite full field games. There is subbing as Alan Amoni chases down that errant clear, but it's just not the same compared to what we're watching here. The bigger field, just a different kind of game, although you are working on your skills.
Yeah, and we're on the big national level too, or the big world level. So these games are going to be a lot bigger than any 7-on-7 game you play, and you're going to be running a lot less in a 7-on-7 versus a full field game.
And Uganda has proven that they are the most developed country. They are right now the leaders in the clubhouse in the continent of Africa in lacrosse, and several more are knocking on the door. Uganda even has a women's lacrosse team that has the equipment. They have some organization. As the game continues to grow, and even to the furthest continents. Ryu now a keep it in call against Korea with 7 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Ryu, flag is out. Outside shot, and it missed. That was 1J Park, the head coach, looking for the goal. And now the flag, it will be against Patrick Oriana. And the best midfielder for Uganda heads off. As well as, Oriana was the first. He is not the one penalized, though. It's one of the poles. Quick restart, a shot and a goal. Hyun Min Mo lined that up. And off these quick restarts here in Israel, Uganda was just not ready to play defense. 10-3.
Yeah, and Uganda Korea has just passed their pass of most goals in a game in the World Championships here. So this is a big step for them as they try to gain some more goals and try to take this game away with only about 12 minutes left in the game here.
It is determined high. Previously surpassing the 9 goals they scored a couple days ago in their other victory. And this one now well in hand. They had defeated Mexico 9-6. Face off. Millen. And a nice looking get back in the hole from Uganda. I've been impressed with Do Hyun Ko. And he's taken advantage of whoever's been up there. And he looks like he has all the tools to progress in his career. And especially with Korea moving into the ASPEC tournament, the Asia Pacific tournament. I'm curious to see the next countries, but we've watched Chinese Taipei, also known as Taiwan. They're such a young team. They have 11 teenagers on their team as this ball bounces around, and Uganda had the chance to pick it up, and they don't. And another whistle, and the ball will go back to Uganda to survey the clear. But Taiwan and Korea, I think, could play a fine game. We've seen the progress of Hong Kong that they've made under Victoria, British Columbia native and Team Canada member Scott Browning as head coach. Here's Twisime in transition, takes it to goal, and finishes with a nice bouncer. A well-run transition that started off the clear by Uganda, and it's 10-4.
Yeah, that goal was a real motivator there. As you can see, they really celebrate there. They're really happy to just have the opportunity to be here and just like get in these goals and like just making these guys really happy and just really motivating them. And as we go into the last 10 minutes of this game, 10-4, it's really not that bad of a game. As we knew we thought this was gonna be a close one. As Uganda is trying to close down the gap a little bit, as it's a 6-goal differential.
We've hit the media timeout. 10-4 as Uganda gets the last one, and two developing nations continuing to show strides even the course of this one late into the evening. We're back to wrap it up in a moment on ESPN+. Fans, Maverick Lacrosse is proud to be the official social responsibility partner of these World Championships. With best in-class design and input from the game's top players, Maverick is on a tireless mission to offer innovative, high-performance products. Nothing should get in the way of an athlete playing their best. See more by following Maverick Lacrosse on Instagram. Maverick Lacrosse, powered by the player. 10-4, the lead for Korea. They jumped out 2-0 at the end of one. They've gotten a 4-goal game from attackman Alex Millen. The edge in the face-off game, and while the penalties have been about even in terms of high volume, which has been a lot, they have converted on 3 man-ups. A failed clear by Uganda will give the ball to Korea here in the final 9:09.
Yeah, I really think that turnovers have been a big part of this game too, as Uganda has really thrown the ball away a lot in this game. And I feel like if Uganda hasn't thrown the ball away or taken any unnecessary shots, that this game could be a lot different with a closer game, possibly a 10-6 game or 10-7 game, as they had a lot of opportunities, even 6v4 opportunities that they could have capitalized on.
Alex Millen threw that pass away. Looking to the wing, Castro Onan has the pickup. Onan then fires, low save, made fine save by Kim. And there was a lot of traffic in front of him. And we'll get the loose ball, the ward-off, I think, or a push-off against Liberty Twisime.
Yeah, stepped in the crease right there and while trying to get the ball to get the extra shot when the goalie wasn't paying attention, but ended up costing him and try to get the clear for Korea right now.
Kim, it's off of his stick. Kim, though, will swoop in and under pressure still get rid of the ball, and a flag is out. And I think the official Adrian Marcinkovsky is going to meet with our head referee. I think we're going to have yet another slash.
Yeah, a lot of penalties in this game, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get a capitalization on this penalty, as not a lot of capitalizations have happened off penalties. So if the offense can capitalize here and get a goal, this game could be put away here. Looks like the goalie is shaking up a little bit for Korea.
They tend to goalie Sun Woo Kim, and he is still down. I think on that save that he made on Castro Onan, shooting it through a screen, that must have
irritated something.
And kind of the way he went sprawling down. Sun Woo Kim, just 21 years old. You can see the building blocks are here, led by the Yu brothers. Between Clint, also known by his official name in Min Sung Yu, and then Min Jae Woo. Andrew Kim, their leading scorer. Alex Millen, a Canadian that has spent the last 2 years teaching English in Korea after graduating from the Bishop's University in Canada. So there's a North American feel to this Korean team. And it looks like Sun Woo Kim, whatever it was, they had looked at his, looks like it may be his right knee that is taped up, and perhaps a cramp. It looked like he just couldn't get up, and motioned over that he needed at least some water and a break. So it looks like he is all right with the medical stoppage at 7:52 left. We've seen, I don't know what the official number is, Connor, but there's probably, I would estimate, 5 to 10 players with heat exhaustion that had to be tended by medical staffs here in the medical building at Wingate campus.
Yeah, heat's been a real problem here, as players have to really hydrate and get water in between shifts and everything. And thank God this game is at night, because during the day a lot of teams have the problem of needing to sub all the time, because their players are dying because they're running back, especially the midfielders. They're running up and down the field and they have to get stuck on defense and can't transition. So sometimes they just get really tired, and then some teams pick up on that and they just capitalize off of that. So I think the heat has been a real factor in this tournament for all these teams, and especially for the teams playing at night. I mean, they're lucky, but I mean, it's still pretty hot out here.
You're playing at Clark University in Iowa, which is another new program under our pal Coach Moorhack. What do you do in cases like this, if you're a player, to have a chance to make it through, especially playing so many consecutive back-to-backs?
Yeah, we just gotta. We really like to just take it easy, and we had a small squad last year, so we really had to really just take it easy after games, be careful, not try to do anything like overrated or anything like that. And I think the real message, we really played a zone defense last year because we didn't have a lot of defenders. So we really try to be relaxed, and we had to know our situation that we had in our team. So we really had to focus and really just dial in, especially playing on defense. Even if we got scored on, sometimes we wouldn't be able to come off. So we really just had to put everything behind us and then passed.
Coming out in front, and there is a finish on a speed dodge for the head coach, Won Jae Park. So that about completes this evening for Korea. Park came in as Uganda locked off against Alex Millen at the start of that sequence. So the man-up goal again for Korea, and that is their 4th man-up goal of the game.
Yeah, very interesting how Uganda locked him off, as we haven't seen that very much all game. It's just locking a single person off, and it ends up not working out for them. So I'd be interested to see how they come back how their defense comes back to this, and how they really adjust from after this game for the next game, either tomorrow or the following day.
Uganda will be playing tomorrow and Friday. And at times, the changeovers from one game to the next can be about 19 hours from the end of the previous day's game and into the start time of the next game. As Korea tries to fake the hidden ball trick, but it will be Eungyo Ryu that will quarterback up top. He's got the ball on the right hand of your screen. 10-4 Korea. Less than 6 minutes to go as they are about to pick up their second win of this tournament.
Yeah, it looks like Korea's just trying to slow things down here, but Uganda is not giving up. They really want to try to get another possession here. As Korea just is trying to slow things down, take it easy, and just run out the clock. But looks like Uganda does not want to give up yet.
Ryu and Kim will skip it over to the wing. It's a keep it in call, but Korea did not notice it. And now a flag is out. This is going to be a delay of game against Korea.
Yeah, especially I really think that the Ugandan defense, they're pressing now and pushing him out of the box, and him not noticing that really put a focus on the offense of Korea, and it kind of shows their lack of concentration there, as they're probably a little tired from running up and down the field all of this game.
So now the Ugandan man up with 4.5 to play. They got a goal from Liberty Twisime last time as they tried to feed the crease. It never made it through to Kim. And to settle things is Hyunmin Mo. Up ahead, Min Jae-yu looked across, looked for Park on the cut. And it's going to be Uganda that will pick it up. So the 32nd man up for Uganda does not result in a shot. Kasule, 4 minutes left. And finally, Uganda can run some settled offense. Uganda getting 4 goals in this game. One of them was a terrific finish as they defeated Luxembourg 7-6. That is their high water mark. Looked for a moment that Uganda would have a chance at 8-3. Into the fourth quarter. Could threaten that, but that doesn't look possible. As they overthrow the ball looking for Kasule. Trying to pick it up in one motion was Twisime. And here's Jae-hong Koo. And Twisime not giving up at all, showing great hustle here at the end of this game.
Yeah, you can really see that these players are starting to get tired as these passes are starting to get a little more lazy, and passes are starting to go a little ways, and looks like some players aren't catching the ball. So you could definitely see that fatigue is definitely being a factor in these last couple of minutes of the game.
Jaehan Park. And here in front of us, one Jay Park. What do you think will make Coach / player, Coach Park here, happy about this one?
Yeah, I think he's really going to be happy about how his team has played. And I really think that if they're going to go back to the film, that they really have to look at their defense and their checks and everything, as they have been playing a very aggressive defense, but their penalties have really killed them. And if they want to win another game in this tournament, that they're really going to have to look down and really settle down, especially even for Uganda, too. If they want to win the last game, if they want to win another game in this tournament, they're really going to have to look at their checks and look at how they're playing on defense and really just settle down. Instead of slap checks, they need poke checks, because in the end, poke checks are going to be more effective than slap checks in the game.
To keep it in call against Korea. Park. And just content to hold it. And, of course, when you're the head coach and a player, you've really got to essentially practice what you preach or show it on the field, as Park does take the shot. And he just get back up for a reset.
Yeah, it really looks like Korea just wants to slow things down and try to end this game, but Uganda is really fighting toward the end, and that's really what I like about this team. They will fight to the end because they know that they have this opportunity, and they're very blessed to be here, and they're really thankful to be here, and they're not going to waste a minute to play in the World Championship lacrosse game. So they're going to take every minute for granted, and they're going to try to get at least one more goal in this game.
Uganda is one of the few programs out of the 46 where the players don't have to spend a cent to be here. The Ugandan Lacrosse Federation that was created, they're able to fundraise, and as Pete Gannigar explained to us, one of the main things he does is trying to get local businesses driving up and finding donors and people that want to get involved. Shooting on the move. What a night for Hyun Min Mo. Nice screen set off the wing. Mo has another goal. That's his third of the game. And that might be all in the final 50 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Korea just basically just wanted to slow things down, and Uganda wouldn't let them slow things down. So Korea basically said, we're going to make you pay for making us play extra in this game and not letting us run down this clock. But, I mean, props to Uganda. They're really trying hard out here, and they really want to be a good team, and they really want to try to get better. So I give them a lot of props for not letting this game run down and really trying to finish this game out strong and not let the last couple minutes run out.
The shots from the wing tonight for Korea have been effective. Millen, Mo, 2 goals from Ungyo Ryu. They've been good-looking shots that can beat a lot of goalies here in Netanya, Israel. Procedure was called against Do Hyung Ko, the face-off man for Korea.
Yeah,
Final 40 seconds.
This will probably be Uganda's last opportunity to get something here. So they really should settle down here and not try to force anything.
Kasule. Now to the wing, Ochan. 20 seconds to go. Twasime. Turns, shoots with the right hand. Kim got a little piece of it. Ground ball collected by Kang. He is going to cheap clear it ahead in the final seconds. And actually the ball went out, so